modifications that you can make. The key is to keep the focus on the stretch in the back body. It's a great shape for improving hip mobility and for keeping the big joints of the lower body healthy and mobile. And it's wonderful for release of the lower back, so if you have any lower back issues. There's actually a whole list of health benefits related to Malasana squatting, and I do have a PDF sheet that's available for you on the benefits if you're interested in reading that. So I would refer you to that for the benefits. On actually how to do Malasana squatting, join me on the mat. You don't need a mat for this, but you might want to have a few props, some blocks, yoga blocks, and if you don't have that, maybe some big books, or get your Tupperware out, whatever you feel you might need, and maybe a blanket or a cushion or two. So traditionally, squatting, we would start with the hips, the feet about hips width apart, and we lower down into the squat, bringing the body forwards and rounding the spine to achieve this lovely stretch in the lower back. Now, a lot of people can't do this shape for various reasons. Some people don't have the bones in the ankles to enable this deep flexion in the ankle, and some people have knee issues, hip issues, and maybe the lower back is just so tight that you're not going to be able to achieve this shape, which is why we're doing this shape, incidentally. So this can be a real challenge. One way to alleviate the ankle problem is to place a lift underneath the heels of the feet, and then that definitely makes the shape an awfully lot easier to do, for me anyway. And you can use yoga blocks, whatever you have handy. You can even roll up a towel or a blanket or your yoga mat if you have one, and place it underneath the heels. You may still not be able to get your tailbone down towards the floor like I have here. It may look something more like this to begin with, and that's okay. This will be more of a challenge for the big muscles, the big muscle groups of the legs. So here you may want to make it more of a hatha shape, more hatha yoga shape, strengthening shape, as opposed to a yin shape where we're focusing on flexibility. So to make this stronger, think of squeezing the legs as though you want to bring them together, and you're not actually going to bring the feet and the legs together, but you're thinking, you're engaging the muscles as though you want to squeeze the legs together. And this will make the legs nice and strong. This will be great if you have knee issues. It will encourage that strengthening of the group, the muscle groups in the legs, and help to protect your joints. So this is a great way of working with this shape to begin with. And you may want to start right here, and then gradually you can think about lowering the tailbone towards the floor, and hopefully maybe one day you'll get here. Maybe you won't. Be okay with that. Make some peace with it if that's not going to happen for you. Another issue may be around the knees. One way of working with knee issues is to place a rolled blanket or a towel or something between the knees. And so at the crease, at the back of the crease of the knee, that will prevent deep flexion in the knee. And this might work out really well for you. You can still get that nice release in the lower back. You may also have a lift under the heels. That might be something you want to add as well. So this is another nice option. If Balance is an issue. You might want to support yourself by holding on to the banister of the stairs or getting a nice secure chair, and support the front body, support your upper body as you come down. So this might be an option for you to have something to hold on to. Holding on to, I haven't got the stair banister here, but wrapping your arms around the stair banister, having something really firm there, might enable you to feel that lovely stretch in the back body as you lower the tailbone down towards the floor. So having something anchored in front of you that you can hold on to firmly may be really helpful and may enable you to start to release the tailbone down to the floor. Again, you may not be all the way down like I was, you might be here. That's okay. Still got that nice rounding of the spine, feeling that nice stretch in the lower back. If none of that works, you can take it upside down. You might want a strap or a belt or something. Come onto your back into happy baby shape. So this is just squat upside down. I've grasped the insteps of my feet with each hand and then gently drawing the feet towards my head, keeping the knees wide. We still have that great stretch for the groin, great for our hip mobility, and this is a lovely stretch for the lower back as well. If you can't get a hold of your feet, get a strap and make your arms longer with your strap and gently encourage the same shape to your comfort level. Always bearing in mind that you don't want to have any pain in the knees, please. You can also take this up against the wall. Place your hip alongside the wall, swing your legs up, take the feet a little bit wider, place the feet flat on the wall and draw them down. For me, this isn't quite as good a stretch on the lower back, but it's great for your hip flexibility, maybe good for your knees as well. So take care with the knees, but just attempt the shape maybe. This may be a good prep shape to do before you try an upright squat. So this might be an alternative in the beginning, and then work towards doing an upright squat with some support and some props. Okay, so remembering that there are two ways of engaging or not engaging the muscles in this shape. If you're working with it in a hatha type of shape, in a yang shape, where you're wanting to strengthen the muscles, then remember to engage the muscles. That will help support the joints. It's not necessarily going to help with your flexibility, but it will help to support the joints. If you're working with this as a yin shape, you're going to relax the muscles. You're going to melt into the shape. You're going to let the shape do the work as opposed to you muscling into the shape. So bearing that in mind, that you have those two options in with working with the shape, and maybe choose one day and one the other day. You want to work with both. You want to have strength and flexibility, yin and yang, and keeping that in mind, hopefully it will enable you to be able to work with the shape and gain some transformation, which is why we're working with this shape. We want to make some changes and meet yourself where you are, start where you can and work with what you have. Don't have too much judgment around it, don't overthink it, just do it. Do it when you're gardening, do it brushing your teeth, try a squat when you hug the dog. picking fluff off the floor. If you have horses and you're doing something around their feet, take a squat, cup a squat, and yeah, just squat when you can, trying and introduce it into your everyday life. Okay, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Tracy Drake, tracydrakeyoga@gmail.com if you want to email me. And if you want to send me pictures of you squatting, I would love to see them. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Namaste.